welcome back, everybody. We do have the decision from the NHL's Department of Player Safety regarding a suspension for San Jose Sharks forward Raffi Torres for his hit on Jarret Stoll. Here's Brendan Shanahan.
Tuesday night in Los Angeles, San Jose forward Raffi Torres delivered an illegal check to the head of Kings forward Jarret Stoll. As the video shows, Torres approaches from the high slot as Stoll, heading up ice, tries to play a bouncing puck. Rather than hit Stoll through the core of his body, Torres takes a route that makes Stoll's head the principal point of contact. Although we'd agree that Torres might make initial contact with Stoll's shoulder, that is a glancing blow. In fact, the head is the principal point of contact. As the illegal check to the head penalty states, a hit resulting in contact with an opponent's head where the head is targeted and the principal point of contact is not permitted. Torres neither leaps nor uses his elbow in delivering this hit. However, if he chooses to attempt a hit such as this, Torres must take a route that ensures that he hits through the core of the body and does not make the head the principal point of contact. While Torres might make initial contact with Stoll's shoulder, the reactions of both players' bodies make clear that this contact was at most a glancing blow. Given Torres' size and speed, had he made principal contact with Stoll's right shoulder, Stoll would have been driven back toward the boards in the direction of his teammate, number 74, Dwight King, rather than spinning as he does. What's more, there would be a greater reaction to impact from Torres himself. Instead, he slides through this hit, which is characteristic of many illegal checks to the head we see. It's important to note that although he is bent over throughout this play, Stoll does not change the position of his head significantly, either just prior to or simultaneous with the hit. To summarize, this was an illegal check to the head. Stoll was injured as a result of this hit and did not return to the game. Torres has been suspended 3 times and fined 3 times during his NHL career and is considered a repeat offender under the collective bargaining agreement. The Department of Player Safety has suspended Raffi Torres for the remainder of the second round of the playoffs.
So there's a decision from Brendan Shanahan. Rest of the series for Raffi Torres could be 3 games, could be 6, since we are just at game 2 tonight. Steve Mears, EJ Raddick, Eric Nystrom with you here in the studio. They really break that video down. It's such a good job looking at it from different angles and everything. EJ, your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. You know, when you have an in-person hearing, that's what you're looking at is a significant suspension. But, you know, I wanted to just pass it on to Eric because when I was watching your reaction when Brendan in the video says he slides through the hit and you were shaking your head. Give me your thought. You're a player. You play a physical game. Why were you shaking your head when Brendan said that?
I think that pretty much summed up the majority of the reason why he was where Raffi Torres was even meeting with Brendan Shanahan. He comes across the front of the body and he just makes too much contact with the head and not enough contact with the body. And when you see the player coming through the front and not getting that, the contact that almost would send Raffi backwards, you know that that hit's going to be suspect, and that's the reason why he was here today.
And as a player, I mean, obviously you're on both ends of those things. I would think as a player, you'd want to be protected from that. You'd want guys to take that appropriate route through your, kind of the back of your shoulder more than kind of that slide through where, again, you're now at risk.
Yeah, and obviously, Raffi Torres plays on the edge, and he's a physical player, and no player's intent is to hurt another player out there. It's just a fast game. It's physical, and you see in the video that he just misses making body-to-body contact, and that creates him hitting the head more than is permitted, and it just happens so fast out there. Obviously, Raffi Torres has a history. That didn't help him, and he does kind of thrust up a little bit into the head region. I think it's a good ruling, and San Jose is going to be missing a key player for the rest of the series.
And Eric, you've been in that position before many times. You're coming down from your defensive position and trying to get a piece of somebody. So say you're right there at that moment, what would you have done as opposed to what Torres did?
Well, obviously with Raffi's history, hits like that, those are the ones that he probably wants to avoid. And obviously there's a lot of emotion in the playoffs, and that's his game, being a physical presence out there. But there's just those those hits that you just kind of need to veer away from. He could have maybe gone stick on stick there and poked the puck, and you know, it's hard to say. You know, there's such a fine line. You want to play the man. You're a physical player. You know, you reach for the puck. Something happens. They go down and score. It's just a tough situation to be in, and. You know, you don't want to see a guy get hurt.
Isn't that the fine line, though, between a player like Raffi Torres, who has to play that kind of game to be effective, because he goes back to the bench and the coaches, I mean, you've been in that situation. I'm sure the coaches want you to be physical there. So it's a tightrope.
It is. He's walking a tightrope, and I think that's a big reason why he got the verdict that he got. And, you know, they're going to miss him sorely.
Yeah, you look at that rap sheet. It's not like these are other incidents like boarding or an elbow here or there. It's shot to the head with Torres.
And the Kings, let's face it, they'll miss Jarret Stoll an awful lot as well.
Absolutely.
We hope he gets better and gets back in there, but they'll miss him, and certainly for tonight.